Well, Chapel Hill has turned into Chapel Bill. Fans waiting to see if Carolina's new head football coach Bill Belichick will live up to the hype.
The Tar Heels are going to take on TCU Horned Frogs at 8 o'clock tonight in their season opener. As CBS 17 sports director Kevin Holden and sports reporter Sarah Holland are both joining us live from outside of Keaton Memorial. And what can we expect tonight?
Well, what you can expect are two high-profile teams in a battle that everybody in the nation's going to be watching because it's a Monday night and there's nothing to compete against it. But the other thing you're going to see, Sarah, is two offenses that bring back a lot of folks. And when you're talking about UNC's defense, it's going to be quite a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. And for this TCU offense, they like to spread the ball down the middle of the field, right? You got Josh Hoover, nearly 4,000 passing yards last year with TCU. He's a guy that is very prolific when it comes to down the field passes, but also he's pretty interception prone. And in this UNC defense, for that, they haven't been able to play a lot of snaps together, right? They're really going to have to come into this one, and that secondary is going to have to make sure they are locked down to start this game.
We were talking about all the new faces on this team, the fact that there are 70 new players on the roster overall. UNC brings back two starters from last year's defense. But what I've noticed about Belichick is he has tried to put his veterans in the secondary front and center. And this is in front of the camera. This isn't in practice, but Will Hardy, those guys have all been in front of the camera during the preseason. It is clear that Belichick wants those guys to lead this defense.
Yeah, and you also think about guys that they've brought in, right? A guy like Price Yates, I think, is a guy that can make a difference maker. He's a difference maker on the defensive line. And you got guys like Thad Dixon, right, that they're bringing over from Washington that have spent time with Steve Belichick. And so I think Bill Belichick knows that, hey, these are guys that I can count on for a defense that I have maybe no idea what they're going to look like when it comes to tonight's game. But, hey, I can count on them to be difference makers and bring experience and some leadership to this locker room.
Yeah, we tried to break into a practice earlier this month to try to see what that defense looks like. Bill Belichick wasn't real happy with us about that. So, no, we'll talk a little more about this as we get closer to it. It is an 8 o'clock kick, so Sarah and I will be here throughout the afternoon. We'll send it back to you for now, but we got plenty more analysis as we lead up to this kick. UNC and TCU, week one of the Bill Belichick era 2025. Send it back to you.
All right.